If you still have questions regarding Pi Network's KYC verification, this is the video you've been looking for. But before we jump into the most common questions and answers, let's get the usual disclaimer out of the way first. Everything that I share in this video is my personal opinion and in no way financial or professional advice of any kind. You should always do your own research, consult certified professionals, draw your own conclusions and make your own decisions. My name is Rauchenwald and today we are going to take a look at Pi Network's FAQ for KYC that should answer all the questions you still have about the KYC process and why it is required. You may have noticed the new button on the Pi Network home screen that's labeled KYC FAQs. That then takes you to this page, but just in case you didn't, or in case you didn't want to read that entire wall of text, here are the important things you need to know. Let's start off with the most important one: why is KYC even required? The simple answer to that is that without KYC there'd be thousands of users that would try to get more Pi coins by creating multiple accounts, and that would be unfair to all the users that follow the rules. KYC is therefore the only way to make sure that each human being only has one account. Are KYC slots still randomly assigned? No, if your account is at least 30 days old and hasn't been flagged by the system as potentially fraudulent, you should have no problem submitting your KYC application by opening kyc.pi in the Pi browser app. If your account is older than 30 days and you can't start your KYC process, then check out the video that I published recently by clicking on the card up here to learn why that's the case and, more importantly, what you have to do to get approved for KYC. That said, this is probably the right time to also remind you to like, subscribe and enable notifications so you don't miss out on future updates, and to show YouTube that this video is relevant and should be shown to more people that are looking for updates about Pi Network. Moving on to the next question in the FAQ section: is the KYC notification pop-up still a thing? Yes, it is, but it's now more of a reminder that you should submit KYC because, as said, everyone other than the two groups of users mentioned earlier should already be able to submit their KYC application right now without delay. What does it mean when you see tentative approval after you submitted your KYC application? In short, it means that you passed some of the verification already, but not all of the verification. Further checks are necessary, and it depends a lot on each individual situation how long those checks are going to take. There's nothing you have to do in that situation other than wait. How long does the KYC verification usually take and how fast can it be? The answer to that is it also varies. For many accounts it can be completed in as little as 15 minutes, but if, for example, name change requests are involved or not everything is 100% clear, it may take much longer. When will KYC submissions that also include a name change appeal be processed? For accounts where the name change appeal only includes a, in quotes, small change, the application is already possible because those requests are handled by an automation. All requests that can't be solved by that automation because the difference between the name in the profile and the requested change is, in quotes, bigger, will be reviewed by human validators approximately starting somewhere in the second quarter of this year, so 2023, after other priorities like the additional checks for tentative approved KYC applications are done. In short, if you requested a name change, you'll have to be patient, as it probably will take until the third or even fourth quarter of this year until your request gets processed. And last but not least, what should you do if you already passed KYC according to the Pi browser, but your migration checklist still does not show step 6 as completed? There's nothing you have to do about that. That's unfortunately just a bug of the app the team is working on, and it should also be fixed during the second quarter of this year. So in other words, by around summer this year, your checklist should update and you should be able to proceed to the next step of the migration checklist. And that's pretty much it. I hope that those questions and answers covered your situation as well, but if you still have questions, as always, feel free to leave them in the comments down below or join our Discord community and ask them in the dedicated Pi Network channel we have there. That said, as always, thanks for watching, see you in one of my other videos or live streams. Till then, bye bye!